I'd like to call upon my higher self and my collection of spiritual team members who are always there and loyal and helping me. Am I able to talk to all of the collectives who are willing to help me with the session today?
Yes, we are all here.
Thank you so much. I want to get some more clarification, please, on the purpose of me putting in effort and energy into material for a book. Can you assist me with my questions today?
Yes, we can. We've actually been waiting to connect with you about this.
Right.
We really think this is very important. It is. You probably feel like we're uh, giving you uh, giving you a push to get it done. It's part of your purpose, one of your last purposes here before you go to the new earth. And we really want to have something there in place to help these souls who've decided to live out their life contract on the old earth. It is going to be a very difficult time for them, and we want to give them as much support as we can.
I see. Okay. Um, right. Yes, because that was one of my questions was, is this a life contract? Because I have zero interest and inspiration to do it.
We know that, but it's going to be a real challenge for you, and we know that you can, rise to the occasion and you will do an excellent job of this because you always take everything that you're doing so seriously and give 150% effort. So we know you're going to come out with a marvelous, fantastic, amazing book.
Okay, thank you. Well, I hope so for the purpose and the outcome of it. For the people who need to hear this information, I feel like a lot of people are afraid of the shift, and most people, when they hear about the shift, are very concerned and afraid they're going to be left on the old earth. So, how will this book help them be able to know this is something that they shouldn't be afraid of?
Yes, well, a lot of the people, there are some people that do know that they're going to stay on old Earth, and they will get comfort out of this book, even though some of them are already knowing about the new Earth and all that, even though they're not going. But there's also those people that don't know anything about the new Earth, that aren't going to the new Earth, that are going to be here because their life contracts have stated that they're to be here either to help people or, to just experience the last few experiences on the old earth. And they are going to, once all the people disappear that are going to the new earth, it's going to be like massive amounts of people. So they are going to be feeling like really lost and really unsure, and they're going to be looking around for anything that they can get their hands on that's going to give them any kind of answers for where some of these people have gone, because they will lose loved ones, and they won't lose them because they're on new earth, but they won't know that. So they're going to a lot of people are going to have massive amounts of troubles dealing with the loss of people, especially. So they're going to need some comfort and the knowledge that the people have gone to another planet and haven't just all died, and people not knowing the bigger perspective. It's really hard for them to grasp the whole concept of death as well. So that's another thing that we're wanting explained in the book is about the bigger picture, and about the fact that there's many lifetimes, et cetera, et cetera. We want them to be able to feel a comfort that all the people that they've lost aren't just lost, if that makes sense.
It does. Thank you. And so when you say people will just disappear, will they disappear or will it appear like they have died?
It will appear like they died. Sorry, we don't mean to say. I think there may be some that may just seem like they've disappeared because maybe some people won't find some of the people right away, if that makes sense. But yeah, they're regardless, the loss is going to be very difficult for them, and they're really going to be questioning why them and why are they here and why, why is everyone gone? And they're going to be looking for answers just on so many things. And there are people here that are still going to be here for really important purposes and to help the rest of those, and they are going to need a little bit of guidance to help them to get through and to be able to like teach and help others.
Okay. Thank you very much. And so, for the people who find themselves on the old earth, is it possible for them to shift to the new earth like others, or do they have to reincarnate on the new earth?
No, there will be other opportunities for people to shift. So that's another important thing as well, is there will be like at least another wave of people going, and maybe even another wave after that. And it might just be small amounts of people, but there will be others going. People have different points which they're supposed to stay on the old earth for. So some are just to stay to help get through the initial shock, and then a little bit more, and then they'll be going, and then there'll be another round of people that can go. And if they know that they're able to go to New Earth and they're able to, like, it's to tell their spiritual teams that they're able to go, then they will, we will take them, right? If it's their will. So that's another reason why this book is so important, to let some of those people know that they have an option to go.
Okay, fantastic. And how is the best approach to educate people on reincarnation when everyone seems to need proof these days for anything metaphysical?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, right? I think there to just like in like you guys on your own spiritual journey, at a certain point, I think when you see the truth, it will just resonate with you. Uh, once they see it and have all the words and all the evidence that you have from the quantum sessions and channeling messages, they will be able to it will resonate with them as the truth, and then afterwards they can begin to start to tap into their own spiritual team, and their own loved ones will be there. The ones that have passed will still be there to guide them as well. So if when the right people get the messages, we will make sure that they get enough proof to go along with your words.
Fantastic. Thank you. And so, what will the vibration of the planet be like after the big shifts?
It is going to be a lot lower than what it even probably has been for the past few days. It is going to be once the majority of the high vibrational people have left, the energy is going to be a lot lower, and we won't be focusing our energy so much. We will still be sending some, but we aren't going to be sending as much as we have been, because it's not going to be as important. There will be they will have highs and lows, sort of like what you're having now. And like when we're coming in to boost the energy up, they will be getting higher energies. But the planet is like Gaia is going, and the planet is going to be uninhabited by a soul. So it's going to be it's going to be a lot harder to keep the vibrations of the planet up. It's going to take a lot more effort on our part and on the part of the light workers that will be staying.
Thank you so much. So, the life experiences and purposes and significance for people who are signing these contracts, these life contracts, to extend their lives to be there to experience the old earth. Can you tell me why some people want to have that experience?
Yeah, some people, there are some people who really, that's how they're going to serve their purpose. That's how they're going to help humanity, is by staying to help those that are left behind. So it's an important purpose of those people. They signed up for it. They knew what they were going to be doing. There are also a lot of other beings, like inner earth beings, that are staying as well, and some of the animal collectives that will be staying to assist humanity as well. And then there are other people who just really haven't, maybe they're off their path, or they haven't experienced all what they're supposed to experience. So they're refusing to wake up and see the truth, or that there's anything else out there. And then they're going to be staying, uh, that this will allow them to fulfill the rest of their life contracts.
I see. And what about people who still have some karma? Is that possible for people who still have karma outstanding to extend that through?
Yes, it is, of course. And we are trying right now to, sort of force everyone to deal with the karma right now. But yeah, if they aren't doing any of their inner work, or doing anything to make up for that old karma, or if they have lots and lots of karma that they have to pay back, they will be staying as well. It is going to be a really, although it may seem sort of frightening and a little bit scary, it is going to be massive amounts of experience for these people that they will be adding, to the collective. So it is really necessary for them, and for everyone.
And when they're experiencing this, what would be one of the ways that they could find out the life experience and the purpose of them having to be left behind?
Yeah, well, that's one thing we really hope that your book could help with, is them being able to, go within and tap into their team. And there will still be practitioners and other sources of healers staying behind. So if they're looking for a way to connect in, and they're having troubles, we will be putting people into their paths to help them, because there are, and there will still be a lot of light workers that even are aware of the shift, that'll still be staying. So they will know, and they'll know how to, or they'll be able to seek someone out, or be able to tap in on their own and see their purpose. Some of them, there are many that already know that they're staying, and they know that that's their purpose. And although it may not be easy for them, they do know that they will have other options at the end of this. So it's just like a little delay for them.
Right. Okay. They're still of service. I understand that. Thank you so much. And in terms of what the planet will look like, how much destruction, how much natural disasters would have occurred?
Yeah, there will be a fair amount of natural disasters. They are going to be looking at a much, much different world than we have even now. And you already know the planet right now is not in that good of shape. So it's going to be a scary place. And there's going to be food shortages, and there won't be there will still be medical people, but things won't be running the way they are now. It's going to take a lot for these people to get used to it, and it's going to be kind of more of like survival mode for them. But we're really hoping that in the midst of this, some of the people can really tap in, go within, and see the purpose, and find even hope, and be able to still help others, and learn the lessons that they're supposed to learn during this time.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. In terms of food, power, electricity, petrol, what can you tell me?
Well, there will still be there will be food, but like we said, there will be food shortages. There won't be manufacturing plants. Like, everything won't be going the way that it is now. There's going to be significantly less people. There won't be enough people to run everything. So we see things continuing on for a little while, short times, but lots of things are going to come to a standstill that are going now. They will have power for a while, but then they will lose power at some point. So it just we can't really even say how long that will be right now, but we do see that there will be some time where they will be without power. And it's not going to be the easiest time for them, but again, it's going to be really like invaluable experiences for going back to source.
Absolutely. And as we know from all the sessions you've done with us, there is no good or bad experiences, they're all opportunities for growth.
Yes, that's entirely true. And these are going to be like, these people are actually, some of them really special people, and they have picked the hardest road for themselves. And maybe they've, had it easy even through their life, but now they are going to be like learning lessons and lessons really quick. So it's going to be, a really great experience for them to have overall. And, they're all going to be able to fulfill these life contracts and learn like so many lessons. They are going to be It's going to be hard for them, but they're going to be really grateful at the end of it.
Yeah, yeah. Those tools and experiences that they're collecting being on the old earth, I'm assuming would be purposeful for next future lifetimes that they get to experience.
Yes, they sure will. And there are still some people who even have volunteered that are going to be staying on the old earth. So there will be there are a lot that have well, even the ones that have lived earth lives before and are still here have still in essence volunteered to stay on the old earth, to live out this time on the old earth, so and learn these valuable lessons. So it is all totally purposeful. We need some of you, like we need a lot of you to go to the new earth, because we need so much help with all these people going to the new earth. So but there still are some some really enlightened souls who have decided to, and bigger beings who have decided to stay and help out.
Okay, thank you. So, would any of the three waves of volunteers, shall we call them, have any of those chosen to stay and be a part of the old earth?
Yes, there are some from every wave that have decided to stay.
Okay, of course. Thank you. Very curious. And for the practitioners who do this work and who will be on the old earth, will then they be given the bigger information? Because at the moment it seems like they have a belief system that the new earth is here and that it's merely just a mindset.
Yes, they are sort of being blocked right now, if that makes sense. Whether it's them blocking themselves or us blocking them, they are not to really know this big information at this point. They will know it once everyone is gone. They will tap in and they will get the answers that they seek, and they will find out exactly why they're here, and they will be given messages to help humanity. And hopefully they can spread the word any way that they can as well. So we're trying to leave as many tools as we can for these people. So your book would be one of the tools, and then there will be others, and there will be practitioners and healers, say like Reiki, other kinds of healers that will stay behind as well, that will be able to tap in and try to help as well.
Fantastic. Okay, that's great. Thank you. And in terms of my channeling, will I be able to channel people who are in my future on the old earth and be able to get an insight and perspective of their lives as they are experiencing it?
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. We will be there, and we will be making sure that you have all the resources that you need uh, through channeling and sessions and whatever else you need to get this book to be what we need it to be.
Okay, thank you. And do you see it needing to be printed?
If it's possible to print it, we would really like it to be printed, but we feel like there will be an opportunity coming to you that will make it so that you are able to have some copies that will be printed.
Okay, okay. And just like with these sessions, I assume and trust, as you've always told me, that the most appropriate people are listening to these sessions and they will be guided one way or another.
Yes, that's exactly what we wanted to say as well, is that it will be just like your sessions. The people that are supposed to find the book, be it in digital format or hard copy, will be able to come across it. It will be strategically placed in places where the people that need it most can find it. Because it, just like with your sessions, it can be a smaller number of people. You don't have to have millions of followers, and you won't have to have millions of readers of the book either. It will only have to be, a small number of the right people, and they will be able to effectively spread the message to all the others that need to hear it. It's just getting, people will be more willing to listen to the message once this event occurs. Once the solar flash occurs and all of you are gone, they will be way more willing to seek out the answers that they're searching for, because they're going to have no other choice. They are going to really want to know what's happened, and that's the only way they're going to find out. They're not going to be able to turn on their TV and see the news and have all these people, spoon feeding answers down their throat. It's going to have to be they're going to have to be searching out for the answers that they seek themselves. So they will, whoever needs to come upon it will come upon it.
Fantastic. Thank you. And so I have heard in sessions that the solar flash is what individual people will see as they shift. Is that still the case, or will people who are left on the old earth also notice a solar flash?
There may be some that will notice the solar flash, but mostly the people that are going to the new earth will see the solar flash. There may be a few others that are enlightened, that are aware of the shift, that will be able to see it, but most people will just be oblivious to it. They'll just see that many people have died in what they will assume to be either massive disasters, or it could be even the COVID, or some other kind of sickness. They're going to assume people have died from some other reason. They're not going to assume that they've left for another planet until they go and start to seek out the answers, because it's so many people. They're not going to just buy it. They're going to think that something else must have happened.
Yes, because it will be all different locations at the same time, won't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be all over the world, people going from everywhere. So it's going to be like enough to, it's going to be enough to send people searching for answers. And like we said earlier in the session, earlier today, there is going to be massive amounts of people that are going to turn to religion or spirituality to seek for answers, because they're going to think that this is something so massive that it's going to be greater than like just humanity. They're going to have to admit, number one, that there is something bigger than themselves out there, and then they're going to have to go and like search for these answers. So we do feel like there's going to be a lot more people than you think that are going to be searching for answers on this old earth.
Fantastic. Okay, I do appreciate that. And will some people assume it's what religion calls the rapture?
Yes, there will be many that will assume that, and they will be the ones that will be on their knees praying, and they'll be wondering why they didn't go, even though they've been, such devout followers of God and the church. But they are, again, they have to learn that there's more than just what they've been taught in their religion. That would be one of their lessons, would be to learn that there is that we haven't necessarily been told the truth through the world religions. We have to seek out some answers for ourselves.
Fantastic. Okay, great. And so will part of the importance of the book be about how to deal with grief? I know Dolores has covered this in many of her books about, why should we be, grief is all fine, and it is an emotion, but the reality is when the person has merely stepped out of one life and into another, and for this shift, you're stepping off this planet and arriving on a new planet, which is evolutionally fantastic. So when people understand that and know that there would be no actual grief, it would be more jealousy and disappointment. Why have I been left here? Versus profound grief.
Yes, that's very true. We do think grief is even maybe one of the starter topics in the book. Maybe one of the earlier chapters would be on grief, because that would be one of the things that they would need to process first. before they're able to move on. But like you said, they would be moving on to the why me, and or why not me, sorry. And then the jealousy and all of that and the anger. But then once they get through all of that, they will get to a point where they need to go to the point where they can see the purpose and they can see the bigger picture, because that will be the most that will be the best tool for them to be able to deal with why they're there. Once they accept that it's their purpose, and they realize that they have to help others and carry on fulfilling their missions, they will have a much, much easier time of it. And knowing that it is also only temporary, that it won't be for a lifetime, it will just be for a short period of time.
Mm. And in terms of it being just a short period of time, is this something you want us to explain to them in the book? Is that the earth, now that she has got no consciousness, she is merely just a vessel that has had the consciousness reincarnate onto the new earth? Do you want us to go into depth about the destruction of the planet after that?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, right? I think if that is mentioned in the book, it needs to be near the end. We're sort of wavering back and forth about that one, but the information is still out there, and there will be others that will be able to tap into that information. So we feel like it should be included, but nearer to the end of the book, so that they've had all the other information first before they have to hear that hard truth.
Mm-hmm. Motivation.
Yeah. But we do think it will, like, it in some ways it may frighten them, but again, when they see they're going to know. I mean, they're gonna feel it around them, because the difference between a planet with a soul and the difference between a planet with no soul is going to be drastic. It's going to be a drastically different feeling for them. So they're going to know that something's wrong. They're going to know it in their souls that the planet that Gaia is no longer there. So it probably will help them to actually know the truth, and to know that they're not stuck here indefinitely, that they will be leaving the planet as well and moving on to better things.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we want them to have
Yeah, hope. We really want this to be a message or a book of hope that gives them hope by the end of it, and just to like help explain and to get them to realize their purpose and fulfill the life contracts the way that they're supposed to know that this is purposeful, that they haven't just been abandoned and just left on this desolate rock, that they're there for a reason.
Yeah, and they definitely haven't been punished. I get a sense that they probably feel like they're all in the naughty box, and they're really not. They're experiencing how to master old Earth.
That's so true. They are, and there are lots that are going to feel like they're being punished, and they're going to, especially, like I say, a lot of these really religious fanatics, they are going to feel really lost, because the only thing that's kept them going is this belief that God is going to save them. And when they feel like God hasn't saved them, they are going to really need something to get them back to a place of hope. We don't want a whole bunch of people to just try to take their own lives, or go at exit points that aren't theirs, and we won't allow that either. But we don't want them living in misery with no hope either.
Yeah, of course. A very delicate balance, isn't it? To keep them out of grief, to keep them with hope, and to be able to understand the purpose, and for them to master all of their experiences that they've chosen to explore and experience on the old Earth.
Yes, we have, and that's really one of the things that we want you to focus on, is the fact that they chose this, and that they were chosen for this, that they were really, really wanting to get the most that they could out of this lifetime, and that they they chose to stay and fulfill these last life contracts. It is it is going to put them ahead so far in their future lifetimes. They are going to be they're going to be super grateful for it after, but it's just trying to make them realize that, before, while they're in it.
It's like going to the extreme Olympics for Earth.
That's so true. It is going to be the Extreme Olympics. There's going to really be a test on some of them. But there are some too that aren't necessarily dreading this, and that have been waiting their whole lifetimes for this. So there will be some people who will be thriving in this.
Fantastic. Well, let's hope that they also get to read the book and feel inspired to take lead in charge and be influential in a positive way for all of these people who are still struggling to understand the concepts and the purpose of their old Earth experience.
Yes, they will. And that's what we want it there for, is that there will be lots that will be wanting to, will know deep inside that they are meant to be here, or they've already known, either because they've done quantum sessions and they found out, or, some other way. There are people that will just know. There's many that know, with their intuition, that will know that they chose to be there to help people.
Will the mainstream media cover any truth after the shift? Any disclosures?
We see that there will be some truth, but it is going to be mixed in with confusion, because they're really not going to know, and a lot of these people will be gone. Where the media is getting their information from, a lot of them will be no longer there. So they're going to actually have to get up and report for a change, instead of reading scripted material that's been handed to them. So there actually will be people that will go around and try to make sense of this. And again, we really hope that some of those really intuitive, investigative people will come upon your work and the work of other practitioners that will be telling the real truth. We don't see that there will be much for disclosure, because they're really going to be focused on other things. They're not going to necessarily want to hear all of that. There will be just they will figure out that the COVID isn't real, because no one is going to be able to worry anymore about the COVID, because they're going to have to deal with the pressing things that are happening right now in the here and now. They're not going to be able to worry about silly things like masks, etc. anymore. But it's going to really toughen up a lot of people who've been living, really cushy. You don't even want to say cushy, but lives that are, quite sleepy, and have just been, spoon-fed all this information. They are suddenly going to have to go out and find answers for themselves. And it's really important for these people to have this time to do that, because there's a lot of people who've been just kind of coasting through this life, and even with all of our energy shifts, they're not going within and doing the inner work. So they are going to be forced to at this time, which is going to be really great for them. They're going to be able to finally kind of snap out of their comfort zone and really start really living.
Oh, fantastic. Will they essentially be scared of others, or will they be just so traumatized by the events that they will want to cling together regardless of who they are, and seek comfort and support from strangers?
We do see that there may be a few people who will be scared of others, and there may be some people that aren't even necessarily aware for some time, because there are people who are almost isolated right now from the world, and it may take them a while to figure out what's going on. But the people that are left, say like in a city, in a lot of the cities, are going to be kind of tentative at first, going out to find others, but then they are going to find other people, and they're actually going to become family with those people, because they're going to be just so glad to see other people that are in the same boat as them, because they're going to feel like some of them are going to feel like they've been left here alone, even though there will be some that will still have family members here, or soul family as in friends or whatever, but there will be a lot that are on their own, and they're gonna want to go out and find other people, and it's going to make for bonds that are going to be like nothing that the people have ever experienced on the earth as it is right now. They're going to feel so close to these people. It's going to be uh that's going to be one of the most beautiful things that they're going to be able to share through all of this.
A sense of survival together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amy's kind of thinking in her head like The Walking Dead. She likes The Walking Dead, and on The Walking Dead, they as the people dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, they get to be unreasonably, or just unrationally close to each other. They're just they just love each other to pieces. It's like they're like their own children or whatever, and it's going to be quite similar to that. People are going to band up into um just made homemade families, we'll call them.
Except no zombies.
No zombies, no. No zombies. The zombies will be the people.
Stay tuned for the last chapter where the book discloses zombies on the new earth. Okay.
Nobody wants to see the zombies.
Okay, good. Well, then that's fantastic news. No zombies on the new earth. It almost seems quite manageable then to have profound connections with people, learning inner growth and supporting each other. Fantastic. Love it. Now I can see the significance of being able to support these people through something that's quite extraordinary and definitely out of their comfort zone and routines.
Yeah, they're going to be, some of them are going to meet up with souls that they've known in other lifetimes that they haven't yet had the pleasure of meeting. So it's going to be, they're going to just know that those people that they can trust. And like I said, they are going to go out of their way. People are even going to be willing to give their own lives for these strangers, so to speak, strangers that have become their family. So we really see some, beautiful, beautiful growth there. It is going to be it is going to be so much growth for these people, even though it's going to be very hard for them.
Yeah, I can see both sides of that. Remembering no good or bad experiences, but just fantastic experiences for growth and purpose. Okay, I'm feeling very focused on this. Do you get a sense of the time frame you want to give me for completing this book?
Well, you can have as long as you need, but we feel like just given your nature that you're going to give it your all, and that we don't feel like it's going to take you longer than a month probably to get a rough draft going.
Great. Okay, yes, I am very diligent with my work now that I can see the purpose.
We know that you are, and we're going to be there. We just want you to know that we are going to be 100% there, supporting you every step of the way. We are going to be there in your ear, telling you exactly how it is to be put out. We are going to be helping you every step of the way.
Great. Okay, thank you. Well, I will honor this because I know it's bigger than me, and it's again putting me out of my comfort zone, but I understand that this is greater than me, and if I was on the old earth, I would want this manual of support and guidance, just like I feel like Dolores has left me all these books to manage the 3D world before the shift. So I want to be of service as much as I can to help people with as much compassion and consideration for them, while being sensitive to the experiences that they're having.
Yes, and just like you have got so much comfort out of reading Dolores's books, these people are going to get so much comfort out of reading your books, and they're going to feel like they may even be able to go searching, as long as there's internet available, and find sessions and listen to some of the other information as well. So, but we want there to be something, we really want there to be something, a hard copy available in the event that there isn't internet available.
Sure, I understand that.
We feel like we feel like it's really important. They are really gonna, like I said, these we really want these souls to feel supported, and just like we have supported all of you getting ready for the new earth. We really want to support these people as they play out the days on the old earth.
Absolutely. I get a sense that people value content when there's a financial payoff, but I feel like this kind of material should be given freely. Um, I'm trusting that this will all be worked out in divine timing.
This will all be worked out in divine timing, and you don't need to worry because we will give you all the resources that you need for this because it is so important. So there will be some trying to find the right word here. There will be money coming to you to assist you in the printing of this book and the distributing of this book.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, again, I trust everyone's going to be able to get it if they need it. So thank you.
They will.
Is there any other information you want to give me about this at this time?
At this time, we just want to say that, we have thought long and hard about this choice, and we know that you are the perfect person for this. We know that you're able to do this in a way that is going to come off. It is going to be set up so that it is easily readable and that it all flows, and that they are able to jump from one sorry one from one stage of their development to the next, and that we will be there supporting them as they're reading the book, as well as you have probably already guessed, just like we are when the sessions are. And there will be actually multi-layers to the book as well, so if they are to read it again, they will be able to get more out of it and they may read it. And that's the thing you have to consider is in a sort of apocalyptic world, there may not be a lot of things left that people even want to read. They probably won't want to read any of the fiction books anymore. So they're really just going to be devoting their time to searching for these answers and figuring out why they're here. So they might be reading it and reading it and reading it and reading it until they can get no more out of it. So we hope that makes sense. And we know that you are going to do a fantastic job of this because you always put so much effort into everything you do. And it's just another fabulous lesson and purpose for you to be able to achieve this as well for you before you go on to the new earth.
Okay, thank you. And I feel so much more clarity now on this purpose, and I feel very positive and trust that it will be exactly how it needs to be for these people, these incredible people that are going to be here on the old earth. So thank you. I will put great diligence into this. So
we know that you will.
Thank you. Okay, so okay, now I'm starting to feel really excited about this, which is exciting because at the beginning of the session I was like, are you fucking serious? What almost felt like it was not a punishment, but it was like, why on earth? Okay, but great. Okay, now I've got clarification.
It's not a punishment at all. It is actually a gift that we're giving to you of another fabulous thing that you can learn how to do before you go. We know that it's putting you way out of your comfort zone, but we are excited that you're positive for it because we know that you are going to excel at this, and you're going to be so impressed with yourself when you finish this and you see the finished product. You're just going to be beyond happy.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I already feel like I've got a support group already forming to be able to help me with this. So it doesn't feel like it's just myself and that I'm having to do this all alone. So I feel very, 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 very speechless, which is not so fantastic. But thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. And I guess because I feel like I've already covered so much content of the shift and new earth, it kind of seems obvious that now I need to explore the old earth for the same reasons as I had to with the shift and the new earth.
That's right. It's just another avenue of information for you to learn to make you just have a broader range of experiences for yourself. And like I said, the importance for these people is you can't even imagine the difference you're going to make to these people. So you know yourself just how much you've appreciated, and the group has appreciated all of the sessions and the information to keep them going when they kind of felt like they were maybe a little bit impatient, or they didn't really know why they were here, or they were lost with the COVID or whatever made them come to the sessions. These people are going to feel essentially that same way, except even they're going to need it more, if that makes sense, because it's going to be even more. They're going to have even more of a burning desire to like find out this information. They're going to be driven. There's the word you're looking for. They are going to be so driven to find this information. So we just want to make sure that it is available and that it is good information for them, and it is going to be the right information to set them on their proper path.
I guess because they've already experienced the shift and still on the new earth, they've got proof that this content is legitimate.
They will. Like, that's why you don't really even need to worry about the proof, because it is going to be the proof is going to be there in the air. They're going to be able to see it all around them. They're going to know that this didn't just happen by accident. All those people don't just die in one day, within a matter of hours. I mean, it's going to seem like the same time for them. So there's no way that they are going to be able to think that it is anything other than some kind of, we'll say, divine act. But they're going to know that there's something more at that point, and they're going to the new earth theory is going to give them the peace that they need to be able to carry on.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. You have set out my homework very well for me. I really appreciate it. So thank you.